Alright, so we're doing Felix's commanding quest.
Hey you, where do you think you're going?
Do you if you push me?
Hey, nice form. Good delivery too. You looking to join Captain Harlow's crew, huh? Alright, go on through.
That easy, eh?
Got my sights on you.
Oh, what the fuck? Where's the entrance? Yeah, I can't take anything.
Well, hey there, Hullhead. Clawed your way out of the groundbreaker at long last?
Uh-huh. Oh, sorry, were you expecting me to say something? Maybe a long time no see, or a you've aged, old man?
I'll just let you two work this out.
I thought you were dead. Or throwing yourself against the walls of some re-education center. That's been 5 years, Clyde. The best thing you can say is, hey there, Hullhead?
No, Felix. The best thing I can say to you is yet to come. Also, I'd like to have a word with your captain. So, you took Felix under your wing. Kept him busy. Good. Kid always needed a place to belong.
Felix will always have a place in this crew. He's family to us now.
Well, I didn't expect that from you,
Thinking something about
Max.
myself.
So long as you haven't been making a fool of yourself. I'm sure Felix has no end of stories to tell of your exploits together. I look forward to catching up with the boy.
How is it going to how long's that's going to? Okay.
I'm working on something. Something big. Something the likes of which Halcyon has never seen. And I want Felix to be a part of my initiative. I'm fulfilling a promise I made to the boy. That one day, he and I would change the colony together. That day has finally arrived.
Easy there, Clyde. No one said nothing about throwing in with you. In case you didn't notice, I'm pretty happy where I am.
I'm not asking you to walk away from your captain, Felix. But neither should you allow yourself to be controlled by fear. Change is not to be feared. I brought you here because I want to know where Felix's loyalties lie. When the day of our revolution comes, I want to know that I can rely on him.
He's the least reliable on the ship.
I understand that Felix is part of your crew, at least for now. If the thought of losing him troubles you, then understand that you're helping him solve a problem for an old friend. I want you to deal with a traitor for me. Name's Trask. Kill him, and bring me proof of his death. His ring should do nicely. Ratted us out to the board.
Damn.
Has been for years.
Stitches get
When you
snitches
let
get
go of
stitches.
he and his little
Those
cock
snitches end up in
Took out
ditches.
of my own and tucked tail. I don't know where he's hiding, but his wife may. Rosanna lives on the groundbreaker last I checked. Rosanna knows my crew by name and face, but you're a stranger to her. She'll talk to you.
You think so? Maybe we should have a word with Trask. Get his side of the story first.
You'd be wasting your breath bandying words with that traitor. But if it makes you feel better, by all means. Remember, I want proof. Bring me his ring. I don't care if the hand's still attached. Here, my token. Think of this as my personal signature. Anyone who knows me by my works will know me by this token.
There's something I'd like to ask you.
Let's hear it. A revolution is the work of a lifetime, Captain. I've spent my life preparing for the day of Halcyon's reckoning. Everything you see around you is the result of that preparation. A base of operations, loyal soldiers, freedom from the board's oversight.
Damn.
Hardly. The board is rotting from the inside. Tomorrow, next year, a generation from now, eventually, the board will fall to pieces. Entropy is the natural state of the universe, Captain. All systems inevitably dissolve. when that day comes to Halcyon, we will be ready.
That was simultaneously the least scientific and most pompous statement I've heard in ages. Well done, Mr. Harlow.
Vicar, I admit, I never imagined a man of the cloth living the adventurer's life. You do keep some interesting company. Was there anything else? Not all revolutions involve bloodshed and fire, Captain. The purest act of rebellion is to live according to one's own means, independent of their masters. One day, when the board is weak and Halcyon vulnerable, we may claim a piece of this system for ourselves. Until then, we bide our time.
Fair enough.
The skies around Scylla are curiously absent of patrol ships. It's almost as if the board's sphere of influence is shrinking. Besides, our facility is well armed and located on defensible terrain. If the board tries to lay siege to us, we'll make them pay. Something well enough. It's been a few years, but I still remember a thing or two. You had a chip on your shoulder. You'd argue over anything, and you never backed down.
What do you mean, had? And for the record, you never could admit when you lost an argument.
You see what I have to deal with?
Guess we're heading to Groundbreaker.
Destination reached. The Groundbreaker. Good luck, Captain.
You mind trying to have a moment here?
Moment by yourself?
Yeah, I was called that once upon a day. You need something?
I'm looking for a guy by the name of Rufus Trusk.
Rufus and I are no longer on speaking terms. I don't know where he is, and if I did, I wouldn't tell you.
I'm on the level. You can ask June Lee about me.
You're telling me you're on a first-name basis with Ms. Tennyson?
Yes, I saved the Groundbreaker.
Yeah, the promenade doesn't feel like I'm walking the surface of Tartarus. So that was you, huh? Rufus is hiding out in Emerald Vale. Got a few friends with him. That's as much as I know. Please. That's right. Our marriage contract expired some months ago. And seeing
Expired?
an outlaw,
How does that? How did it expire? That was till death do us part.
Precious little. He and Rufus worked together on the Groundbreaker some years back before he vanished. A few years later, Rufus gets a message from an old friend. Something about starting a revolution. Something about getting rich. Abandoned his work and ran off that very day. Only that Rufus is in a bad way. He came to see me a little ways back. Said he had to go into hiding. Never asked why. He was here to collect his personals, complain about Harlow to me, and say goodbye. In that order. No, and he was particular about that. Said I was better off not getting entangled in his mess.
At least
For that,
he's
says
got
I.
that going for him. He didn't get you involved.
Appreciate it. No offense meant. Just been a long day, is all.
Okay. What? Oh yeah, that's not what I meant. Damn, I thought whole shit was in here. I don't know why I thought that. Can't be bothered with one back.
We are now in orbit above Edgewater, Captain.
So Nyoka's stins here.
Return in one piece. Captain.
Doesn't seem where you sneak up on an enemy and headshot them. I gotta also kill them. Oh shit, there's more people. Why must there be so many people about?
That's what you get.
I could have done that. Why didn't I get the kill? I get the achievement. Oh yeah, NTDD. No? It's because that guy fucking spotted me? I'm not understanding this. So sneak up to an enemy. Sneak up to an enemy from behind, activate TTD, and kill him with a melee weapon to the head. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's because the guy in front of me started spotting me.
And was talking.
I don't understand this shit. Jack of all trades is the achievement, I think. Sneak up to an enemy from behind, activate TTD, and kill him with a melee weapon. Oh, killed an enemy with a science weapon. Sneak attacks your own TTD with a weak spot critical hit. Fuck's sakes, man. Okay, that didn't count, obviously. So, where's the weak spot critical hit? I'm not understanding this shit. Oh well. That was definitely a science weapon. Yeah. I ain't spending my fucking whole time worrying about that. I'm gonna have to search it up.
I don't know who you are or why you're prowling around here, but I'm willing to make a guess. You're one of Harlow's gun hands, ain't you? He sent you after me. Yeah, of course he did. Thing is, you and I are at an impasse. Harlow wants me dead, and I've got no intention of dying. How do I know that I can trust you? Yeah, guess that's a fair point. Listen, I don't know what lies Harlow's dripped down your ear, but you'd be a fool to trust him. I never betrayed Harlow. Harlow betrayed all of us. The board's got him in their pocket, been paying him off for years. All that palaver about revolutions? It's a lie.
You're a real piece of work, Trask. Not just a turncoat, but a liar, too.
Go piss up a rope, kid. I've got nothing to prove to you. That's the whole truth. Harlow's just another board asset. A two-bit mercenary wearing a dissident's clothes.
Show me some evidence.
Yeah, I've got proof. There's always a paper trail when the board's involved. I chanced upon some correspondence between Harlow and his employer. I don't know that it makes a difference. What was I to do with that evidence? Bring it in front of the board? There's no authority in Halcyon willing to take Harlow to task.
Yeah, there is. You're looking at him.
Huh. You ain't like other board agents I heard about. You got a functioning spine. You want to confront Harlow yourself? Be my guest. I hid my papers before Harlow chased me out. Back in the middle of the base, there's an old vent in a utility corridor. I stashed my evidence in that vent. Because he's for sale, anything the board can buy, the board will buy. And that includes loyalty. Harlow was a
Fair enough.
charismatic bastard, and he was ruthless. With Harlow in their pocket, the board had an informant, a pirate, a smuggler, and a gang leader all rolled up into one odious excuse for a human being. Sounds like a deal to me. Board sanctioned piracy. Harlow went after the ships the board wanted destroyed, capturing anybody the board wanted captured. If we captured you, we'd ransom you. Harlow liked to do the job himself. Gather up the captives on his own ship, vanish for a couple of days. Only that's not what happened. Harlow's been selling his captives off to the board. I don't know where they ended up. Re-education, Tartarus, maybe worse. Take it.
But I'm going to ask you for you in.
Can you tell Harlow I'm dead? May as well. I'm never going back to that life again. Here, take the ring. And for what it's worth, my gratitude.
Take care now. So while we're here, oh, it's over there.
I'd wager this is the outpost.
Here we go. Nobody messes with you, boss. We're just getting started.
Huh. Rebecca taught me this once. You can jerry-rig these old locks so as they don't open anymore. But we've only ever done that if we're in a real bind. Here, I'll fix it.
Well, ain't that smart?
Hey, tick again. The door's busted. Rebecca? Anders?
She dead.
Oh no. What did you do?
Oh, hell. I'm sorry, Nyoka.
Innocence bled out. I'm on my way. I won't let them get me. Not alive anywhere.
I don't... They were...
Damn.
That bitch! They were all set to abandon us! What would Clara say, huh? Every day she'd ask if we heard from you. And she'd have forgiven you. The kid had a soul that made the sulfur smell like roses. Ugh. Or to leave your medallions to rot with you, but... At least I know. Ought to have learned by now that getting one's hopes up tends to open them to being dashed across the stars. I hate to say this, but Clara died thinking her sister was still fighting to get back home. I'm glad. If she were still alive now, break her to know the truth.
She still want to know just the same as you did.
Yeah, maybe. I'm used to disappointment. She was still so naive as to let it hurt her every time it happened. Only thing left is to take these medallions home, which means figuring out how to bait the Mana Queen out of our old base. The most pissed off I've ever seen a queen was when a foreign species was on her soil. I'd wager the stench of a primal might do the trick. No, we need a plan. You may be a capable sort, but so are my friends. I ain't making that mistake twice. Never had the pleasure.
Yeah, but you don't got
Primal,
plot
but I
armor.
hear they're all over Scylla. Let's tear a few apart, shall we? I'm sure they've got pheromones. Everything does.
Oh, that's not what I meant. Fucking idiot.
Stay safe out there.
What's the word? Not surprised. Trask was a dead man trying to negotiate with his own executioner. He'd say anything to preserve his life. That's a damning accusation. Am I right to presume you have some evidence on hand? Those papers don't prove a thing. We've all done business with the board. They own the whole damn colony. Trask put you up to this. That miserable wretch. He's trying to undermine everything I stand for.
When we met, you told me Trask was an informant. You were lying.
You've got a lot of nerve calling me a liar to my face.
Liar.
How should I know? What the hell do I care? Trask was a traitor. I didn't ask you to understand his motives. I asked you to cross him off.
Clyde, look me in the eye and tell me it's not true. Tell me, and I'll believe you.
Don't talk to me like I'm some common criminal, Felix. You're the one on trial, not me. I don't know what kind of poison that snake dripped in your ear, but as far as I'm concerned, you've been compromised.
Watch out!
Oh.
What was that? What was that? What was that?
Oh, hello.
What was that?
Everyone all right?
Oh, I didn't even check his body. What am I doing? What am I doing? I'm out of it today. What even happened to his body? Oh, there it is.
What would...
How didn't that guy have anything? Speak with Felix on the ship.
You notice how our crew's a lot like that crime family from the map? This is definitely not how I imagined it'd end. The void's black, water's wet, and Clyde hated the board. That's something I just knew. Now? I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You just going to have to come with terms with that.
No. I guess you really don't. I've just got a lot on my mind right now. This is a lot to take in. I always looked up to Clyde. The thought that he could be an agent of the board is just abhorrent to me.
The lesson's used not to look up to anyone.
Yeah, he did. And I'm not sure how I'm gonna get over that.
Get drunk?
No kidding. I'm glad you keep the kitchen stocked. You've given me a lot to think about. I'm gonna be mulling over this whole mess for a couple of days. Part of me wishes we'd put Trask in the ground. You know, I think that's just my frustration talking. Thanks for your time, boss.
Hey, 25. Oh, not here.
Destination reached. Scylla.
Everyone all right? All right, let's dance.
Alright, that's one down. That map all the way over there. Can't believe there's not another fast travel over there.
Security.
Incoming!
Queen ain't gonna go down easy. I can't wait. What's up?
Take them.
Outstanding. These ought to be enough. Let's get back to Monarch. There's an old base I used to call home. I can get us in the door, but we'll have to shoot our way through the Queen's brood to get to the center. We'll set the bait there. Password to the door is Charon.
This time we are going to kill it.
Fucking right we are.
We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
Now, where is this? Well, that's a Manta Queen. How the fuck do we get there? Ain't this beautiful? Opal.
Wish I could do that.
So what's the even quest? Just clear out the old base and search the hive. Go get your revenge.
I'll fix you right up. Nothing personal. It's right.
That's it? Where the fuck was the Manta Queen? Oh. I have to lower it out.
Well, this is the spot. You know, I thought I'd be angry. I thought I'd storm in here in a rage and exterminate all these bugs and everything would be all right in the end. But I ain't. I'm mostly just empty. A little sad, maybe. The first night Hayes and I spent in here, we knew it was home. It's safe. It's got a nice chill to it. But mostly, it doesn't stink of sulfur. Monarch folks often joke about it. Not because of the smell or the grittiness it leaves in your throat. not because of the headaches or the coughing. It's because there's no escaping it. It's life here, and there ain't anything you can do about it. But here, somehow the sulfur never made it. The nights we spent in here felt like vacations. So we started building. We hauled in steel, hired sublight folk to help. That's how we met Anders and Opal. They stuck around after our contract was up. Opal liked camping. Anders liked chasing her tail. 4 of us for a while, scraping together what bits we could to build our home. Then came Rebecca, a sawbones out of the Cascadia survivors, who took a kindness to Hayes. And Clara, her little sister. I'll admit I wasn't keen on taking her on at first, but for a teenager, she was surprisingly capable.
Must have been a brave kid.
More like attached at the hip to her older sister. Got a kind of strength between them, I suppose. She had a head for numbers, helped us trade hides for food and materials, negotiated contracts. Turned out to be mighty useful. Clara, Hayes, Anders, Rebecca, Opal, and me. 6 folks, 1 name, 1 family. Charon. Despite Monarch trying to kill us day in and day out, we managed to belong.
Sorry, they aren't here to see us kick the Manta's ass.
Nice one. You got it, Captain.
Kill it. You get the final kill. Nice. Oh, it's not dead. I tried. I tried to be generous.
I wish these were more auspicious circumstances, but at least we're all here. This bringing them together, burying them. This is the kind of thing Hayes would have done. That makes it stupid. By all accounts, we should have left well enough alone, but that also makes it right. Captain, thank you. You mind if we rest a spell before we head out? I'd like to bury Opal and Clara proper before I lay everyone's medallions to rest.
I think you should hold on to the medallions.
What?
It'll help you remind both of the good and bad, not just the bad.
Huh. That ain't a bad point. All right, Captain. Thanks. You know, I'd been assuming this entire stay on your ship thing isn't a That said, you ain't been eaten or shot to death yet. Says a lot about the stability of your future. And to be honest, I'm about sick of sleeping on bar stools. So how's about this? You keep letting me stay on that ship of yours, and I'll keep shooting at the things you point at.
But try not to be a bad influence.
Outstanding.
Okay, so I finished that one. Next one's Pavatis. I can't fast travel from this fucking location. Vending machine. Fuck, that wasn't got done dirty.
Aren't those cakes just about the cutest little things you ever seen?
By a dustback castle. From where? Chef Raymond.
I'm real sorry about your friends, Nyoka. Ain't no one deserves to go like that. Certainly not folks just trying to get by.
Thanks for saying that. You know, after seeing so many...
I see you stuck around. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain.
You take me for an idiot? No damn castle's worth that much.
What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour in the oven. Nothing I can do to speed it. That's just how cooking works. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady. You're a gentle soul, miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Oh, gosh. My tum's rumbling just smelling that casserole. The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible. Oh, I kind of want to take a little taste. But I'm gonna be strong. Now look how cute these cakes from Cascadia are. Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain.
So you get ready for Junlei
I was
now?
gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain.
Oh my god.
I don't have a head for fashion, and I can't really picture myself in something clean and pretty. There's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that.
We'll swing by.
Thanks, Captain. I know I've been asking a lot, but you help me out every time. You're the best.
So
I hope this fancy soap we got is...
I've never been to Byzantium, so I don't have that unlocked. So where's this at? Damn, all the way over there? Catch you next time.